I'm Jimmy Thompson. I worked at Simpsons for 45 years. I first started putting orders up for the wagons then. There was only 20 tonnes going into the wagons then. Then I was a night watchman for a few years. Then I went down to the Pitton at Glenord, and that's when I was till I retired. 26th of November, when I took like a pain in my chest, and I just thought it was heartburn. And I come down the stairs to get some Gaviscon, and I went back up the stairs, and from there, and I don't know what happened, I just collapsed on the floor. And that's when my daughters and my wife attended to us. From then, I never knew a thing till Tuesday.
I got a phone call, I think it was about 20 to 10, from my sister screaming down the phone. So I rushed to Mum where she was giving Dad CPR. Amy went to get a defibrillator from the nearest one to us was Goldstone, which I think took her 8.5 minutes. We waited 25 minutes for an ambulance, which were performed CPR the whole way through. And luckily when they came, Dad was breathing. So they shocked him with the defibrillator, which brought him back, and then they transported him to Cramlington Hospital where Dad was put on life support. And we were told to fear the worst, because they thought 20 minutes without like oxygen, he would have been brain dead. But luckily he wasn't, and it's all thanks to a defibrillator that saved his life. Shirley from Simpsons Malt came into a shop as a customer of mine, and we were talking about how my dad was getting on, and I told her about Dad's story, and she says you have a link on Simpsons website that helps communities. So I filled in the application form for that, telling them everything that we was looking for and if they would like to donate to help us raise this money. Defibrillators aren't cheap, so the more money and funding we could get would help us, but Simpsons approached me and said that they would kindly donate the whole thing, because Dad had worked there for so long and it was a community event, so they donated that for us, which we're grateful for. Hope nobody ever has to go through what we ever went through, and never ever has to be used, but it is there to save someone's life. You just phone 999, they will pick it up, they'll direct you here. Once it's used, I'll get an email, and then I'll just have to replace the pads or do whatever I'm informed to do once it's been used. Changing the pads is around about £120 every time, and then you have to change the battery every 3 to 5 years, depending on like the usage. Plus, Prior Shop kindly donated their electricity, because that box has to be connected to electricity to keep the defibrillator at a temperature.
Oh, I'm terribly grateful. Like, if it hadn't been for them, I wouldn't have been here today.
No.
No?
Definitely. But yeah.